What is like the main tip that you would give to someone who's learning for
Man.
our audience, for example?
I mean, it's hard, man. It's really hard because when you speak, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, and maybe the people are gonna mock you. It's possible. It's possible, you know. But I remember, for example, I had students who were really shy, and they couldn't try to talk to other people. And I had guys that they were like, man, they made a lot of mistakes, but they didn't care, and they were talking, you know. And
They probably
it
developed.
worked, man.
They developed much
Yeah,
faster.
and it
right?
worked. You know, I think the idea is more about psychological, you know. I mean, that's the point that I believe, you know. It doesn't mean that you're not going to study, but I think it means that if you decide to learn, you know, you got to do this here. You know, you got to start, man. I mean, if your goal is to speak, right? Unless you want to try just an exam for a master's degree, they just need to learn vocabulary and grammar. But I think if your goal is to speak, you need to speak, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about?
I think it is a very good moment to appreciate curiosity of your child. When you said that, you know, you were amazed again because of the new world that she was exploring. And it's the same thing when you try and try again. You know, because it's like, and when you do something that you like, you do it either way. You make mistakes, and it's okay. You don't care because you're enjoying it. And that's why I jokingly say play with words, because you have to play with words. It's not supposed to be something serious. It's like if you want to do it, just enjoy it. If you make mistakes, just laugh about them, and it's okay if someone mocks you. Who gives a fuck? You know, just be you. And it's interesting, just that curiosity of, you know, that child curiosity, that fascination. You know, during the pandemic, I watched the series of Last Dance, Michael Jordan. I don't know if you watched it. It was a 10-episode documentary of their dynasty, of the Bulls dynasty back in the 90s. And that really inspired me to go downstairs in the park to play basketball. And I never was that good. So I missed like I don't know, 100 shots consecutively, but I was enjoying myself. I was finding pleasure in getting better, finding ways to get better and all that. And today I'm still not bad. I'm still bad, but I'm better than I was because I'm enjoying it. I'm not searching for results. I'm just playing.
You're enjoying the process, like
I'm enjoying the process. And that's the same way with learning anything, is enjoying the process. If you're doing something that you don't enjoy, then you try finding a way that you can enjoy it.
Man, it's funny. Good one.
That's one. I think it's one of the most important like pieces of advice you can give to someone. You need to find motivation in learning a language, because if you just do it just because,
Yeah.
you lose focus. Like, because I tried to learn a few languages just because, and it
doesn't work.
It didn't last, like, I don't know, 3 weeks. You know, it didn't last 3 weeks. The moment like I stopped, let's say 1 week to study on Duolingo, you know, I'm saying, and Duolingo has like these tricks to keep you on all the time, and like the board, the
They have fun
leaderboards.
exercise, actually.
It's fun, but like I didn't have another motivation other than that. Like there was no reason, so I kind of like stopped. But with English, no, I was having fun, as you said. Like I was having fun and enjoying since the beginning. I had a motivation, and I really wanted to learn. So the motivation might be because you want to travel somewhere, or maybe you want to do a master's in the country that speaks that language. So that is one of the most important things for me.
Or you just want to like, I remember one time I was like, man, I want to learn Japanese just to watch these animes without like, reading this shit. I don't want to read the subtitles. I want to listen to it. I want to be able to. But that's a good motivation too.
It is.
I remember when
I believe
it is. Yeah,
I was listening to a lot of French music, and I started to pick up the words. That this is starting to get familiar. I recognize these words. These are familiar. And I remember when I was watching an interview of a Spanish player, like right after a game, and I wasn't looking at the screen, and I didn't even realize that it was in Spanish, but I was actually understanding. And I was like, wait, what? He was like, what? Like, he was speaking fast too, and I couldn't understand anymore because I was like, I lost focus. I was like, what?
And especially because
you
it's similar,
used to it.
and it's similar to Portuguese.
It is
Yeah,
very
it's
similar.
funny. Last meeting we had for the Polyglot Club. If you guys don't know, it's just a meeting that I set for people to practice languages. Many languages. So there's this guy. He wanted to practice Italian and Spanish. And then at some point he was talking to someone. I had the same thing. I was like, I understand what he's saying, but I have no idea what language he's speaking. I know it was not Portuguese, but I wasn't sure if it was like Spanish or Italian. And I can tell the difference. Like anyone can tell the difference. But I was so caught up in the moment that I was like, man, I don't know what language he's speaking. But then I got distracted with someone else and I didn't find out until now.
There's this driver in where I work, and he puts the GPS in different languages just to practice, learning new languages. So I remember one time he put it in German, and then last time, in the last few days I was with him, he put the GPS on Italian, and I didn't know that this is gonna be kind of strange for people in English, because I don't know if there's a word for it in English, but left is sinistra.
Interesting.
Right? And I started laughing. I'm like, man, that's fucked up.
Sinistra, yeah.
And then like right is, destra.
Sounds like sinister.
Yeah, and I was like sinister. I was like, well, that's kind of fucked up, what I'm saying? But it was funny because like there was this route that we were taking. And it was funny because like all the time they said left, man, that was a cemetery, that was an EML.
Oh my god!
And that was a Detran, it was like all of these things.
Actually, sinister.
It was like I was like, oh man, that's fucked. That's really
makes sense.
Yeah.